Man, I really gotta talk to my parents about having such a good time whenever I come and visit them. Because I'm still riding the high of visiting them yesterday. So much so that I slept in a lot longer than I normally would. So I kind of a late start to my day. But it's all good. At the very least, I'm all dressed up and ready to go. Happy Monday, everybody. Yeah, it's Monday. Still rainy out. Well, actually, the rain appears to have subsided, as opposed in terms of what I see. But it's actually supposed to be pretty cold today, like up to 46, I think. Pretty cool. But I do have a nice coat for it, so it's all good. Now, with all that taken care of, well, actually, you know what? I'll get to the chapter now. Might as well. Let me go for a moment. Alrighty then. Get to it for a moment. There we go. After 2 weeks, here's the thing. There's going to be another break this week. I already know there is because there's something called Golden Week in Japan, which don't really know what it entails, but again, if you're sick and tired of having all these breaks, don't worry. I'm there with you. With that being said, One Piece Chapter 978, introducing the Tobi Roppo. For those of you who don't know, Tobi Roppo in Japanese means flying six. So you can just read the title as introducing the flying six. Simple enough. Let's begin. Okay. Well, I was using the sub to sneak in as per the plan depicted 2 weeks ago in the last chapter. Okay. The rest of the ships are going in. Alright. Huh. You know, I'm actually kind of curious as to how this plan really is going to lay out. Are the Allied forces going in guns blazing? We'll have to see. Looks like we're about to see what Onigashima looks like, folks. Whoa. It's beautiful. I mean, I knew Onigashima was going to look presentable on paper, but wow, this is gorgeous. And keep in mind, I'm reading this in black and white, so I can only imagine when they finally make this in color what it's going to look like. But man, I could literally stare at this all day, but I know I gotta keep going. And let's just say they managed to bring the location of Onigashima to scale. If you guys read this chapter, because I'm going to be bringing links to the chapter in the description below, don't worry. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The ships look so tiny in there. Anyway, let's see. That's always something I forget. Chopper can make anything look awesome. He's so cute and adorable. I love Chopper. Anyway, okay. Looks like things are still going okay. So I get the sneak attack up. Good. Okay. The princess will be in the highest room in the tallest tower. Only replace princess with two of the worst people in the One Piece world, and instead of highest room, tallest tower, how about farthest building in the back of the island? How's that? Mm-hmm. Nice job, Usopp. That's what we need. Okay. What are you guys doing to your ships? Well, if the term do or die was tossed around a lot lately, this is one instance where it's okay to do that. Okay. So at the very least, you're going to try and keep the sunny here. That's good. And yeah, you are challenging the emperors of the sea. I would imagine do or die would be the way to go here. Wait a minute. Okay, this plan is genius. Genius, I tell you. Okay? I mean, you're outnumbered 5-1. A plan like this might actually come in very big handy. Kid's reaction is priceless here. I just realized. I mean, the disguises look cool, I guess, but their outfits were so cool before. Oh well. It's for the sake of the mission. Plus, at least Luffy looks happy wearing it, so I can't complain. Okay, let's see. I have to say, this is probably the most genius plan ever in terms of making a sneak attack. Let's just say the best place to hide sometimes can be in plain sight. Remember that. Alright. Hey, here's your scratch Aku. And Queen! Ooh, we get to see Queen sing and dance again. Queen is such a I like Queen. Queen easily has like one of the biggest personalities of this arc by far. And it's awesome. And they make him say what he said earlier in the arc too. That's okay, Queen. We love you just the way you are. Okay. The waiters, the pleasures, the gifters, and the headliners. Yeah. Something tells you that the Tobi Roppo were Flying Six. I'm going to be using Tobi Roppo and Flying Six interchangeably, by the way. Yeah, I think they chime in. Which leads me to wonder what kind of people they are. And again, these guys are as powerful as they are. Even though it is Queen, I really probably wouldn't talk anything bad about them. Ooh. Big Mom's children will be there. Nice. Although, does that mean he will be there? Then again, if he is in fact there, Kinemon's plan is going to be completely ruined. Let's hope not, in that regard. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, with the press of this button, I will now see what the Tobi Rope will look like. So, let's see these Flying Six. How very fascinating. I was expecting Oda to go sort of like the goofy, sort of, colorfully playful type individuals for the Flying Six, but no. This is subtle in comparison to what I was thinking it would be. I mean, don't get me wrong, they would have looked intimidating no matter what, but yeah. He really went with something for this. And I suppose you probably are wondering if they have any names or what they are. So, you know what? How could I describe the Flying Six the only way I could describe them to casual viewers? Bad design, but I really like the hat. Typical Oda style, but I like the hair. Oh, so that's the swordsman. Okay. Swordsman looks kind of cool. We already know that guy. And insert song from Steven Universe here. That works. So, yeah. Next chapter will be May 10th. Mother's Day, in fact. So, that takes care of that. So, at least now we know what the Flying Six look like. Jeepers. Man. That really is... Well, you guys are going to see because I'm going to be putting a link to the chapter in the description. But man. Like... I mean, the only real problem I have with the chapter is that they get, the chapter's introducing the Tobi Roppo, and they show the Tobi Roppo at the very end of the chapter, like I just showed you. That's like the only real flaw. I would think since they have a chapter title dedicated to them, you'd think they'd be a little bit more prominent instead of the slow build that we get here. But to each his own. Oda definitely has a plan, so I'll stick to it. And man, Onigashima is beautiful. Holy cow. So yeah. Last night, I saw my folks, and for dinner we had roast chicken, mashed potatoes, and actually smashed potatoes, and salad. For those of you wondering the difference between mashed and smashed, smashed potatoes would not be peeled. They would still have the skin on, which, honestly, yeah, I get sometimes texturally the potato skin may not necessarily be that great, but you do know that there's more nutrients in the skin of the potato than the actual potato itself, right? It's basically like an apple in that regard. And, we had a salad as well, that was nice. And, afterwards, hung out with my folks for a little bit. It was nice. Although, I did learn something rather sad. And that is, almost a week ago, when I talked about how, Dan Manganero had capsized in Seneca Lake. They haven't found him yet. Yesterday, his brother posted a message on Facebook saying they stopped the search. Officially. And, needless to say, I'm devastated for the Manganero family. Much love. Much love. So, he mentioned in the video that if you have any stories or anything you want to say, feel free to do that. And I actually did mention this one story. And I can explain it here. Why not? Now, Dan Manganero, as I said almost a week ago, he was a freshman when I was a senior. And already he was having a huge impact on the school community as a whole. But then again, the Manganeros are like a staple family in the Horseheads area, so it only makes sense that he'd be a rather popular individual. The one story I have of Dan is actually one that any wrestler who knew him knows. And that's before he'd go out onto the mat, before he ran out onto the mat, the coach would ask him, "Are you ready to go?" And his exact words were, and I quote, "I ain't scared." Honestly, I think during this time, that's an example. I know he may have probably did that to sound funny or silly or both or whatever, but I honestly think that during this time, we really could follow that example. I really think we can. As, like, yeah, the times we're living in, they're depressing. You know, the pandemic, the quarantine, the social distancing, all that. I'll say it again, it's depressing. But we can't be scared. Honestly, the only way that, with everything going on, the only way it gets to us is if we let it. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to follow in Dan's example. And go out each day not feeling horrified. Or scared, if you will. At least that's what I'll do. And I encourage all you to do the same. Because we can do this. I mean, we're already nearing the end of April. And we made it this far. So, I think we can press on. There really is a bright future on the horizon when all this is over. And people will be able to eat, drink, and be merry and everything. So, just like Dan Manganero would say, I ain't scared. You shouldn't either. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, on YouTube. I am very humbled I made this video. For all of you guys who watched enjoy today, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. And once again, much love to the Manganero family. I hope you're all doing okay. Bye.